The reason why I'm stopping by on this one is because I just want to say some, couple of thoughts in regards to all these new cameras, cinema line that are coming out. We have the Canon C50, we have the Sony fx2, we have the Nikon Red ZR or ZR, however they want to call it. And for the most part, they all look kind of interesting. And the reason why I'm stopping by is because we all fall into that syndrome of or better say the acquisition syndrome. Like, I feel very tentative to acquire the fx2, but now we see that they have the Canon C50, and even though I'm a Sony shooter, I feel kind of tempted to try that out. It looked very, very, very good on paper, and we're waiting to see some of the reviews that the Canon shooters are doing, and even the Sony shooters are pretty much putting their hands on just to test it out and see how it goes, how it performs in terms of image quality, and also even for still, because the C50, I believe it comes with 32 megapixel, which is amazing for a cinema camera, even though we already have the fx2 with 33 megapixels and pretty much the A74 sensor. So the only things that pretty much change with the fx2 in comparison to the Sony A74 is pretty much the body, and that this one comes with a fan for the high temperature. And it's kind of debated because some people complain about overheating with the Sony A74, which I never had that experience, and I use it in extremely weather condition, outside, inside, and I have never had any issue with it. So the fx2, I don't think people are gonna have any type of issue with it because it's supposed to come with a fan already, and it looked like the fx3 and fx30 body, even though the components inside is pretty much an A74. But going back to the C50 from Canon, like I was saying before, it kind of looked good for Canon, even though they already have the C80, C something, and a bunch of C. But when it comes to the C50, it looked kind of interesting on paper. The mechanism, a new body, new perform, and new everything. So it's pretty much good innovation with whatever they did with that camera, and the price is not even bad at all. So I'm feeling like trying it out, but I also want to get my fx30 or fx2. And the reason why I'm saying all this is because sometimes we got to be specific about what we want and what do we want it for. I really love shooting still, but I also love to shoot videos because video is pretty much everything and anything. You could take a still from the video, but you cannot take a video from the still. So if you haven't decided yet and you already own a full frame or even an APS-C, whether it's the 6700, 64 or anything like that, or the R10, R7, R8 from Canon, I don't think you really need something else. Like I said, we all fall into that acquisition syndrome. We all always want more, and we like to test it out because this whole thing about videography and photography is pretty much like a sickness. And and some people are cured, some people are not. So if you are looking for a really hybrid camera and you have the money, the fx2 is not bad. Even the the 874 is a pretty good camera. I own that one, and I don't think I'm gonna get rid of it anytime soon. If you wanna go on an APS-C side or an APS-C line, you could try it out. Sony a6700, which is an amazing camera as well for hybrid, 4-10-10. I mean 422 10B color, S-Log3, S-Log2, S-Cineton, magnificence for video, but also for still. You have 26 megapixel, and those pictures, JPEG or RAW, they look spectacular. But then on the Canon side, you have the R10, the R8, the R7, good for still, good for videos. And if you want to go even cheaper or lower, you still got the 6400, which is an amazing camera for still and video, 4K. The only thing is that it's only 8B, no 422 for the dynamic range. But other than that, you know, they all great cameras. And like I said, it all depends on what are your needs and what do you want it for, and if you could really afford it. If you have the money to purchase them, then so be it. Just go for the best one, or the one that really can suit your need. And that's what I have to say. Just don't fall into that trap of the acquisition syndrome and just getting stuff just because you want to see it or just because you want to try it out. Make sure you know what you want it for and for what you want it. So thank you for stopping by. This is it for today. I hope you get a good advice from this one and be able to make a purchase decision in terms of whatever's are you need. So stay tuned for more, and see you next time.